Let me tell y'all something. Life is hard. And then you put trying to lose weight on top of that. Trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do and accomplish on top of the things that just keep happening. And you think to yourself, is the devil really real? Is the enemy really real? Are things getting in my way to try to stop me from reaching the level of success I want and don't want more out of life? Because all of a sudden, these things come and try to get in the way to stop you from achieving the goals you want, to stop you from trying to lose the weight. And on top of that, there's food. You want to eat. You want to lose weight, but you want to eat. Then you go through all these things, these emotions, things just piling up, and you're just like, how am I ever going to have the life I want with all these things happening? But minus all these bad things happening, there are the blessings, the people who want to do things for you, the blessings that just come, and all while you're dealing with all this other stuff. And those are the things that I had to focus on. And I want to make this video for anyone who's dealing with distractions, because I've been there. The anxiety that comes up when you think about a bill that needs to be paid, or you think about your rent, and the last thing you care about is losing weight or working on your health, because you got so much other stuff piling up on top of you that you don't know what to do. And then you're dealing with this brand new thing called an anxiety, where emotions take over in your body, and you get anxious and scared, and you don't know what to do. It's just annoying. All of that on top of you need to lose weight. The first thing I want to say is weight gain is temporary. We make it permanent. It's temporary. It takes no time to lose weight. It's just with all of these issues we're dealing with, we don't put the focus on that. And so we eat and eat and eat to mask the emotions that we're dealing with, and the weight just comes on. That's why I love fasting, because not only does fasting help you clear your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, your insides, more than a green smoothie. I love green smoothies, but fasting is so fascinating to me, because I could be going through anything, and if I just say I'm going to fast and focus on fixing the problem and not worry about what I need to eat today, and focus on feeling the emotion, everything else fixes itself, because that's how powerful fasting is. And not only does fasting help you control your eating habits, it just makes things a lot lighter and gives you more focus and more peace of mind when you're not focused on what am I going to eat, what am I going to eat, and this problem, and that bill, and my rent. Fasting just makes things a little more understanding, and food masks a lot of things, so you can't really fix the problem if you're always feeding the issue. So once you fast, you kind of open up your mind to more possibilities and more things you can do besides just fixing the problem with eating, and then now the problem's gone, but the problem's going to come back, because that's just how it is. So I love fasting. So 4 ways to avoid distractions in your level up journey. That's what I'm going through right now. I'm sure that's what you're going through right now. So number 1, in order to get to your goal and to avoid distractions on your level up journey, you have to delete the distractions. Delete them. And one way you delete them, especially if it's on social media, is you just delete the comment. You block the person. And you don't spend too long grieving over what that person said. Because if you know in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit, that what you're doing is going to better you and better so many other people's lives, you have to delete the distraction immediately. You cannot dwell on it, sit on it, think on it, ponder on it, focus on it, worry about it, because you have a purpose that is going to lead to something bigger and better. People and their opinions have nothing to do with your purpose. Your purpose is going to solve a bigger problem than what they got to say about what you're doing. And that is what you have to focus on when you are trying to grow or do something different than others. You have to ask yourself, what are they doing by saying that or making me feel that way? Like, what purpose are they doing by leaving a distracting comment or making you feel a certain way? Even the problems that come up in your life that have nothing to do with your purpose. Sometimes you see the bill, it's due. Okay, don't dwell on it too long. Don't make it a permanent thing. Don't make it, it's only temporary until you find the solution that's going to fix the problem. Whether that's, let me go and DoorDash, let me go Uber, let me go Grubhub, let me ask someone if they need some help with something. Like, distractions are only what they are. They're distractions, but your goal and what it is you're trying to do and where you're trying to go and how much weight you're trying to lose, you have to keep moving. You cannot let spilt milk, or like, I was writing down something just now and my pen keeps breaking. I could be so frustrated. Why does my pen keep breaking? And dwell on it. Go buy a new pen. If the devil or the enemy or whatever you call distractions in your life keeps messing with you, you have to remind yourself that you can always go buy a new pen. It's just there to stop you or to try to stop you for a second, but it can't stop you permanently. So I'm going to go buy a new pen. And I'm not going to dwell on it. I think that's where we get so off track, is we dwell on, they hurt us, they said this, they did that. Block it, move on. Delete it, move on. You're wasting too much time on a temporary situation that's going to be made permanent if you continue to dwell on it. So delete the distraction, move on, find a solution, because when you let it fester in your mind, it becomes a problem. Things happen, people leave our lives, but you can't grieve on it too long, because then it starts to make a permanent situation in your life. And then that's when the anxiety comes. That's when the worry comes. Number 2, it will work out. It will work out. It may not look like it's going to work out. It may feel like it's not going to work out. You may feel like you're not going to lose the weight. You may feel like it's just going to remain the same. It will not. There's too many people in this world that are willing to help you if you just ask. If you just ask. One thing I learned is people are willing to help if you just ask. And if they say no, ask somebody else. God didn't put billions of people in this world for you to suffer in such a way that you're suffering. There's somebody out here who is willing to help you if you're willing to do the work to help yourself. It will work out. Somebody is holding your blessing in their hand right now, and all you have to do is just ask for the help, do the work, apply yourself. I recently was renting a car, and I was paying $100 a day for that car for months. And the person who I was renting the car from ended up purchasing me a car so that I will no longer have to rent and pay $100 a day for the car. And although I am now paying them the rental fee, it's not $100 a day anymore. And I got a brand new car with only 8,400 miles on it. Because I applied myself and I showed them that I really want to work. And they have been my guardian angel in a time where I thought I was going to lose everything. It will work out. Number 3, it's not a race to the finish line. it is a journey to discovering yourself. I had to realize that I thought I was going to be able to lose the weight, smooth sailing, no issues. But there were bumps in the road, things that happened. But I learned so many things about myself, and it only made me more aware of what I really wanted out of life. And now I feel like I have the body I want. I'm living in the place I want to be in. I never imagined that I'd have a brand new car again. But because I made the decision to keep going, to lose the weight, to better myself, to better my health, life has no choice but to meet you where you're going. It has no choice but to meet you in the pathway that you're leading to. If you're leading down a path of destruction, destruction continues to find you. But if you're leading down a path of a better life, being happier, better health, life will meet you there. It will meet you. Number 4, I had to learn to keep my thoughts pure and focused. And that means some people can't come. Family, friends, no offense, but if there's somebody in your life who's constantly talking about immigrants, oh, why all these Mexican people want to move here, and you don't like that, you don't have to be around them. You don't. My soul does not like that. I don't like when people are constantly putting down immigrants and talking about them. We all need a place to live. We all need a place to commune. None of us are perfect. And so there are some people in my life that I cannot be around because I don't like hearing that. And it's not leading me to my spiritual purpose and where I'm trying to go in life and how I'm trying to feel and how I'm trying to help others. So if there's something that bothers your soul and your spirit, you have to pull yourself away from that so that you can be focused and more pure in your spirit and in where you're trying to go. Like being around someone who is constantly putting other people down or making people feel a certain way or doing something that doesn't feel right to you can damage you in your journey. It can damage your journey. It really can. Like who you connect yourself with. And it doesn't mean you're perfect. It just means that your spirit does not align with that type of spirit. And if you are trying to stay on your goals, whatever it is, weight loss, whatever you're trying to do, you cannot align. You have to align yourself either with your own serenity by being alone and focusing on what you're trying to be, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to be, or aligning yourself with others who are on that same path. So in order to avoid distractions and level up and get to where you're trying to go, you have to stay connected to purity and focus on the goal and where you're trying to go. I hope that helped. That was just on my spirit, on my mind. It's more than just weight loss. It is a whole being of who you have to become in order to reach the goals you want to get to in life. It is, and I used to think, man, I'm trying to fit in with these people. I'm trying to fit in with the crowd who was popular, with the crowd who was, fun. But I never fit in with that crowd because I was just on a different journey. It wasn't all about me. I just knew my purpose was just more than trying to fit in. And sometimes you just have to give in to understanding that you just don't fit in. Your purpose is greater than fitting in. And at the end of the day, the people you were trying to fit in with will see you and be like, wow, I should have been more like that. I should have been less trying to be with the in crowd and more trying to level up myself. And now look where I'm at, So I hope that helped. That was just on my mind. And I will see you in another video. Bye, y'all.